Hi, Tanner Richard Kraft here, Bomb Squad Productions. I like the Oscars. I like them a lot. Even if they pick some very silly winners sometimes, I ultimately find watching them to be a very fun experience. I've hosted an Oscar party at my place every year for the past 5 years or so. It's a lot of fun, and when a movie I like does well, it's always really exciting. But what's also really exciting is predicting the Oscars, which I've gotten into the past couple of years. So this video right here is a video where I am going to on the record go with what I think is winning every category at the Oscars. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. The first category I am going to get into is Best Costume Design, where the nominees are Babylon, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. That last one's a fun name to say. Personally, I am predicting Elvis to win this category. I think it's won a good amount of pre-courses. It did well at the Guild Awards, for the Costume Designers Guild Awards. It clearly has a lot of love in the Academy, judging from the 8 nominations it received, I believe. So I'm predicting Elvis to win this one because I'm predicting Elvis to win a couple of Oscars. I think 3, but this is one of the Oscars I think it's going to win. My personal favorite of the nominees is actually Everything Ever All at Once, which is my favorite costume design of the year. But Elvis, I think it's going to win here. I think it's actually going to be one of the bigger winners of the night because clearly the Academy really connected with Elvis. Best Makeup and Hairstyling. And here the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Elvis, and The Whale. This is a hard one for me to predict. I don't follow this category too closely, and thusly I'm not as familiar as I wish I was with it. I'm predicting The Batman. Gut call. It's my personal favorite in the category, and it's just sort of one of those gut instinct calls I'm going with. I could be wrong, but I think it has a good chance to win. It's done well at some of the Guild Awards, so here's hoping it does pull through, but this could really go to any of the other nominees. All Quiet on the Western Front was clearly beloved. Elvis, clearly beloved, and The Whale. If they're giving the Oscar to Brendan Fraser, I suspect he'll probably need the movie to win makeup too for him to stand a chance, but it could really go anyway. So I'm predicting The Batman. Could be wrong. We'll see, but that's my gut call. Best Sound. Here the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Elvis, and Top Gun: Maverick. This is easy. I'm predicting Top Gun: Maverick. It's not going home empty-handed. It's won virtually every single sound precursor award since award season started. It's beloved in the Academy, again, judging from the amount of nominations it's gotten. A lot of people think it sort of helped save the movie industry with its box office run. I think Top Gun's getting sound in the bag. I am locking that in. I am 1,000% confident in that category. Top Gun's winning sound, and I'd be shocked if something else won. Best Original Score. Here the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Babylon, The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, and The Fabelmans. Here, I'm going with a gut call. I'm actually predicting Everything Everywhere All at Once to win this category. Now, Babylon was my favorite score in a movie last year, but I think the Academy really loves Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's sweeping virtually every guild it can. I think it's going to rack up a lot of wins come Oscar night, and I think this is going to be one of them. I could also easily see this going to All Quiet on the Western Front, which has won a good amount of precursors in its own right, but here's a fun Oscar stack for you. Since, I believe, 1998, no film that went on to win Best Picture, that was also nominated for both Best Score and Best Song, failed to win at least one of them. Almost every single time since 1998 when those conditions are met, that movie won one of those two categories, and since I'm predicting something else to win Song and Everything Everywhere to win the bid Picture, everyone's predicting that. That's not a big deal. I'm predicting it to get score here, but it could very easily go to All Quiet on the Western Front, and I could see Justin Hurwitz pulling a miracle out of his ass by winning for his Babylon score. But right now I'm predicting Everything Everywhere All at Once. So there's that. Next up is Best Original Song, where the nominees are Applause from Tell It Like a Woman, Hold My Hand from Top Gun: Maverick, Lift Me Up from Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Not To from RRR, and This Is a Life from Everything Everywhere All at Once. My personal favorite, and what I'm predicting, is actually going to be the same. It's going to be Not To from RRR. I think it's a super fun song. I think it's a very energetic song. Everyone I know who's heard it loves it, even if they haven't seen the movie. And it's the only one that feels like really interesting in the category. Now, there have been some very boring winners in Best Song before, but I think RRR is going to get something because I think some people have been just seeing them relentlessly campaign this one and probably want to throw it a bone after seeing it. And I really think it's going to get Best Song. So that's what I'm predicting, and I'm sticking with it, and I hope I'm right because that would be awesome. Best Visual Effects. The nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Batman, Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, and Top Gun: Maverick. Avatar: The Way of Water is winning this. Nothing's coming close. Lock that in. That is a guarantee. The only other time a VFX-heavy movie actually failed to win this award is usually when there was a smaller, quieter movie nominated in the same category. But this is basically all big technical marvels of big budget variety. So guarantee you Avatar: The Way of Water is winning this. You can lock that in. Best Live Action Short, where the nominees are An Irish Goodbye, Evolue, Les Poupées, Night Ride, and The Red Suitcase. I haven't seen any of these movies. Just sort of guessing here, Les Poupées, because it's the one I've heard the most. I just heard about that movie the most out of all the nominees, so it's just sort of well, it seems to be the most familiar, so I'm going with that one. We'll see if I'm right. Best Documentary Short, where the nominees are The Elephant Whisperers, Haul Out, How Do You Measure a Year, The Martha Mitchell Effect, and Stranger at the Gate. Yet another category where I haven't seen any of the nominees. Oops. For this one, I'm predicting The Elephant Whisperers. It's the one I've heard the most. It's first on goldderby.com. Gut call. Could be wrong, but that's what I'm predicting right now. The next category is Best Documentary Feature, where the nominees are All That Breathes, All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, Fire of Love, A House Made of Splinters, and Navalny. I'm predicting Navalny to win this one. I think it's a two-horse race between that and Fire of Love, but Navalny's won a good amount of precursors. It won at the Directors Guild Awards, and I'm pretty sure it won at the PGA Awards. No. Fire of Love won DGA, I think, and Navalny won PGA. Either way, Navalny, being about a Putin critic, seems to be very reminiscent of our time with the Ukraine war right now, and I think because of how of the moment it feels, it's going to surge to a win. It's a shame because I really loved All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, and I want that one to win. But I'm pretty sure Navalny's taking this one, and I haven't seen it yet. I probably will before the Oscars air, but maybe it'll be a deserving winner. I don't know. I've heard some mixed things about it, but it's probably going to win. Animated Short. The nominees are The Boy, the Mole, the Fox, and the Horse, The Flying Sailor, Ice Merchants, My Year of Dicks, and An Ostrich Told Me the World is Fake, and I think I believe it. I could go with two movies here. Ice Merchant and My Year of Dicks. I'm going with Ice Merchants ultimately because I like that one more. I've seen all of these nominated films, and Ice Merchants is maybe the best short form film I've seen in my life. I really loved that one, and I think anyone who watches all the nominees is going to really love that one too. My Year of Dicks also taps into some femininity stuff that I think will probably resonate with a fair amount of members of the Academy that are women. I like that one a lot. I thought it was very funny. I like different animation style, but Ice Merchants just feels like the perfect kind of movie to win this category. It's nice, it's short, and it tells a powerful story with zero dialogue. So that's the one I'm predicting. Best Animated Feature. Nominees are Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, Marcel the Shell with Shoes On, Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, The Sea Beast, and Turning Red. Del Toro's Pinocchio is winning this one. No questions asked. It's won virtually every single precursor award. Guillermo del Toro is beloved in the Academy. Shape of Water was a huge hit there. Nightmare Alley got into Best Picture, despite its more divisive response overall. Pinocchio's winning this, no questions asked. It'll be the second ever stop motion film to win, and it'll be really nice to see that. Even if I also loved Puss in Boots and Turning Red, I think I actually like Turning Red a little more. But Pinocchio's taking this, no questions asked. Next is International Feature, and the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Argentina 1985, Close, E.O., and The Quiet Girl. Here's my big word of advice. Traditionally, the easiest way to predict what's winning international feature is if any movie in an international feature is also nominated in other categories. All Quiet on the Western Front is nominated across the board, including in Best Picture. So I'm predicting that one for a win. Easily, it won big at the BAFTAs. It's a war movie, and the Ukraine war is a pretty relevant and of the moment issue right now. So All Quiet on the Western Front's winning this, even if I would love to hear EO by a miracle. The one that has 8 nominees for it total is the one that's going to win. So All Quiet on the Western Front's winning this one. Best Production Design, where the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, Babylon, Elvis, and The Fabelmans. Babylon's winning this one. It's won virtually every single precursor at the Guild Awards. Its production and design is very clearly beloved, and it shows given that every $100 million of that budget was well spent in the set design and production design in general. Babylon's winning this. Even though my personal favorite in this category is actually Elvis, I think Babylon's winning, no questions asked. And it'd be a fairly worthy winner. The next category is Adapted Screenplay, where the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery, Living, Top Gun: Maverick, and Women Talking. This was tough. I think it's between 2 of these right now, and it's the 2 of the 3 in this category that are nominated by Best Picture. I think it's gonna be either All Quiet on the Western Front or Women Talking. Currently predicting Women Talking. I think because it's nominated for Best Picture, a lot of Academy members have gone out of their way to see it, and they're going to have regret not nominating it in more categories, and they're going to give it to Women Talking. Women Talking has an exceptional screenplay. Sarah Polley did a fantastic job with it. She would be a very deserving winner, and I'm currently predicting that, but it could also go to All Quiet on the Western Front, which was clearly very beloved by the Academy, given its number of nominations. But I'm currently predicting Women Talking, but All Quiet on the Western Front is a close second. Best Original Screenplay. The nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, and Triangle of Sadness. This one was tough for me to predict until very recently, but I'm currently predicting Everything Everywhere All at Once in this category because I'm predicting it to basically almost sweep the awards. It'd be a very deserving winner, though I could see this going to Banshees. I'm currently predicting Everything Everywhere because I think they're going to want to award that script. And a lot of the times with these categories, it's not the best of it. It's almost the most, and it's pretty easy to see that Everything is the most original screenplay. And I would also agree that's the best, but a lot of people love that Banshee script, myself included. I just like Everything Everywhere a little more. Predicting Everything Everywhere to win this, but it would not be surprised me if Banshees walks away with a win here. Best Editing, and the nominees are The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Tar, and Top Gun: Maverick. Once again, pretty easy one for me to predict here, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Now, I know for like the past 20 years or so, every movie that won Best Editing had at least a sound nomination, but the sound categories were merged a couple years ago, which I think is going to start showing that that stat might have been mixed up. And I think if there were still 2 sound categories like there used to be, I think Everything Everywhere would have snuck into one of them. You could go Top Gun: Maverick here, but Everything Everywhere has won virtually every single precursor. So that's why I'm predicting that one. Even the BAFTAs, which clearly loved it by the number of nominations it got, but like didn't give it a single award other than editing, gave it editing. So I'm predicting that one to win and be a very worthy winner, though Top Gun wouldn't surprise me either. Next up is Best Cinematography, where the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Bardo: A False Chronicle of a Handful of Truths, Elvis, Empire of Light, and Tar. This one's hard. I thought Top Gun: Maverick was going to win this before the nominations were announced and it wasn't even nominated. This is a difficult one to predict. I'm currently predicting Elvis. It recently won at the Cinematographer Society of America annual award, and I think it'd be a very worthy winner. I actually love the way Elvis is shot. This could also go to All Quiet on the Western Front, though. It's tough to pick a winner here, but I'm going with Elvis. Sort of a gut call, even though it wouldn't surprise me if any of these won. All Quiet is beloved. Bardo looks great. Empire of Light is Roger Deakins. Tar, maybe they gave an award to Tar here because they don't want Tar to go home empty-handed. I don't know, but I'm predicting Elvis. We'll see if I'm right. Next up is Best Supporting Actor, where the nominees are Brendan Gleeson for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brian Tyree Henry for Causeway, Judd Hirsch for The Fabelmans, Barry Keoghan for The Banshees of Inisherin, and Ki-Hwa Kwan for Everything Everywhere at Once. Ki-Hwa Kwan is winning this, no questions asked. He has it in the bag. It's going to be simple as hell for him to win. He's won basically every precursor except BAFTA, where Barry Keoghan surprisingly won, but his performance is beloved. That movie's beloved. It's winning this award, and it's going to be great when the ceremony starts off with him winning. Ki-Hwa Kwan's winning this in the bag. Lock it down. I will eat my shoe if he doesn't win this category. Next up is Best Supporting Actress, and the nominees are Angela Bassett for Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, Hong Chow for The Whale, Kerry Condon for The Banshees of Inisherin, Jamie Lee Curtis for Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Stephanie Hsu for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Another hard one here. I think one of 3 people could win this. Could be Angela Bassett, finally winning an Oscar after a long prestigious career with a great performance here. Could be Carrie Condon. She won the BAFTA. And her performance is also very beloved, and it's one of the most critically acclaimed ones of the year. And could be Jamie Lee Curtis, and another sort of here's an award for your entire career win. I'm currently predicting Carrie Condon because The Banshees of Inisherin was the second most nominated movie, and I don't think it's going home empty-handed. I think they'll give it to Carrie Condon here. We could also go to Angela Bassett, because she's clearly beloved, and she was able to sort of overcome the quote-unquote Marvel bias, again in an above-the-line category. And it could also be Jamie Lee Curtis, because she just won SAG, she's also very beloved, and it feels like the momentum's heading her way right now. This was a hard one, but I'm going Carrie Condon. This could be one I lose in my predictions, but that's what I'm hedging my bets on right now. Next up is Best Actor in a Leading Role. The nominees are Austin Butler for Elvis, Colin Farrell for The Banshees of Inisherin, Brendan Fraser for The Whale, Paul Mescal for Aftersun, and Bill Nighy for Living. This one's hard. Could be Butler, could be Fraser. I'm leaning Butler. He's won, I think, a few more precursors than he did. When he won at BAFTA, I was shocked because Colin Farrell was on his home turf there. And when Butler was strong enough to overcome that, I thought he had it in the bag. Then Fraser won SAG, where Austin Butler should have been primed to win as a biopic for a famous musician performance. It could go either way. I'm hard-pressed to actually commit, but I'm committing to Butler right now because of just the raw amount of just rapturous praise I've heard from many industry legends thrown his way. He'd be, I think, the second youngest winner in the category ever, which would be pretty cool. I'm predicting him. I'm sticking with it. Next up is Best Actress in a Leading Role, where the nominees are Cate Blanchett for Tar, Ana de Armas for Blonde, Andrea Riseborough for To Leslie, Michelle Williams for The Fabelmans, and Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is tough. This is really tough. It's between Blanchett and Yeoh. I'm predicting Yeoh. I think the fact that Blanchett's already a two-time winner is hurting her slightly here. I think the SAG Awards awarding Michelle Yeoh and that great speech she gave is helping her a lot here. I think the Academy, a lot of members of the Academy are going to want to award a woman of color in this category, where she'd be the first one since Halle Berry in 2002. But it's hard. They're both beloved performances. They both won a good amount of precursors. It could go either way. But I just have this gut call that it's going to be Yeoh for Everything Ever All at Once because I think the Academy loves that movie. They're going to want to award Yeoh as the centerpiece of it, but it could go either way. But I'm currently predicting Yeoh. Next up is Best Director, where the nominees are Martin McDonagh for The Banshees of Inisherin, Daniel Kwan and Daniel Schneider, Everything Everywhere All at Once, Steven Spielberg for The Fabelmans, Todd Field for Tar, and Ruben Östlund for Triangle of Sadness. Daniels, easily. I thought this might be where they'd reward Spielberg, but I think Daniels kind of have it in the bag after they won the DGA award, which is where I think Spielberg needed to win if he wanted a chance at this. But the Daniels have basically been sweeping across the board, so I think they have this in the bag. It'd be surprising if someone else won, but I think if anyone has a chance at Spielberg, because I do think the Academy loved The Fabelmans, it just didn't quite love it enough in any category. But if anyone can upset the Daniels here, I think it's Spielberg. And finally, Best Picture, where the nominees are All Quiet on the Western Front, Avatar: The Way of Water, The Banshees of Inisherin, Elvis, Everything Everywhere All at Once, The Fabelmans, Tar, Top Gun Maverick, Triangle of Sadness, and Women Talking. Everything Everywhere All at Once has this in the bag. I don't think any movie has won DGA, SAG, PGA, WGA. It's basically completely swept with the guilds. I don't think any movie has done that and not won Best Picture. Everything Everywhere All at Once is winning Best Picture. The only other movie I think could maybe eke it out is maybe All Quiet on the Western Front, because again, of the war in Ukraine, it feels very of the moment, and it did win BAFTA, but I think that's just a BAFTA thing. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once has this in the bag. I'd be shocked if anything else won, which, considering Everything Everywhere All at Once might just be my favorite movie of all time, would be pretty cool to see. And that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Comment below and let me know. What do you think is going to win all of these Oscar categories? Do you even watch the Oscars? And if you're watching this after the Oscars are already over, go ahead and make fun of me for all the things I got wrong that I should have gotten right, you idiot. But yeah, comment below and let me know all that. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon. And I'll see you next time. Bye!
Just slid my ticket across the table. said, sorry guys, I gotta see about a girl.